Hey everyone, and welcome to today's episode, today's stream. I'm so excited to be here today because I have lots to share. But before I begin, I would just like to be sure that my audio good. Um, if there is any problem with my audio, please let me know on the chats and please help me know if I'm audible, if the background music isn't too loud, or if there is any problem with the audio and visual, because I can't hear myself. I mean, I can hear my voice, but I can't hear it through my microphone. So if there is someone who's watching me right now, please confirm it to me on the chats below. I'd really appreciate it. And once again, thank you so much for coming in here today, joining my live. Thanks a lot because, of course, we're going to learn lots of amazing things today. Of course, if you're someone who really loves to explore about micro frontends, so this topic, this episode is the perfect place for you to be at in your beginner's journey. So, that's number one. And before I actually go ahead and start with the stream, I'm gonna wait for another 1 or 2 minutes for others to join. But once again, if you're here, just do drop a hi on the chat so that we can communicate and I can know who you are and I can know your name. Hi Tech to is EZ. Thank you so much for confirming, and thank you so much for being here. What's your name? So what's happening? How was your week? And what is something that you did over the week? What is something cool? And how's the weather at your place? And where are you from? Do let me know on the chats below because I'm very excited to hear about that. So I think that's a lot of chit chat, and I think I can perfectly begin with today's agenda. So I'm gonna just share my screen, and we can. Okay, am I visible? Well, okay, perfect. I am visible. So I think my screen is visible. If not, then do let me know. If yeah, just please let me know if my screen is visible. So today's topic is building a simple micro frontend in React. So um, we have done lots of streams in the past, not lots, but some of the streams in the past, and we have talked about composable applications. We have spoken about modular applications. We've spoken about micro frontends, their component lifecycle, microservices, and how they're going to take up the future. And in the previous streams with Anthony, we have learned, I think, in one of the Code Angel sessions, he explained how you can build a micro frontend using React, and I think that was kind of a Code Angel session, and that was absolutely interesting. So kudos to Anthony for that, and a huge shout out for him because he does amazing work, great work. So kudos to you, Anthony. And I think taking that episode with us. If you have been in that episode, it's great. You will absolutely have a little bit of knowledge about what micro frontends are and how you can build it in React. But in today's episode, we are going to do something similar to that, but something a bit more advanced. Not advanced, it's like complete. So we're going to build a micro frontend using React, and then we're gonna initialize it, we're gonna publish it, and we're gonna bundle it using the Intando CLI. And after that, we're gonna deploy it to the Intando component repository, and finally, we're gonna use that in a page that we're gonna create in the Intando app builder and the Nintendo application composition platform's app builder. So I know these are huge terms, so I'm not gonna waste a lot of time being theoretical today, because today is a day of practicalness. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting, of course, for developers around in here. Tech to EZ says, I'm good, just finished my meetings. Excited to learn new things there. Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining in. It's so great to have you here. And please feel free to have your questions in and interact, and do share this on your socials. And yeah, just be there. Thank you. Okay, so before I actually begin with the demo, let's just take a look at the goal of this episode so that we're clear what we're going to do. So as I said, we're going to create a simple table widget in React. I'll give a sneak peek of how the table widget would look like. The table widget isn't something that is something I'm trying to highlight in here, but it is of course because my goal is to help you learn how you can create a micro frontend. It could be anything. So I'm not trying to teach you how to, or help you learn how to write code to build a table widget. I'm just trying to explain how you can create a micro frontend around that, and compose it and use it. So that is my goal. And then we're gonna build it using React. So we're gonna write code in React and build a simple table widget. Then we're gonna initialize it as an end project, and we're gonna publish it as an end project, and we're gonna build the bundle, and then we're gonna publish the bundle, and then we're gonna deploy the bundle to the Intanda component repository, which I will definitely show you. Everything's gonna be over the screen, so it's gonna be fun. And then finally, we're going to use that particular table widget from that ECR, from Intando component repository, on a newly created page in the Intando app builder. So I'm just trying to say, if you're trying to do it alongside with me, then make sure that you have installed Intando on your local machine, you have installed NCLI on your local machine, then only you'll be able to do so. If not, you can go back to my previous tutorials where you can find out, where you can learn how to do that. So yeah, I have Floof in here. Floof, that's a very, very sweet name. You're excited to learn about Intando. Thank you so much. Well, even I'm excited to learn about Intando because there's so much to learn, and I'm just beginning. So we're gonna do it together. Thank you for joining. So this is how our table widget table micro frontend is going to look like. So it's not very fancy. It's just to depict that this is a micro frontend, and how we're going to build it, that's the important part. So let's get started. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. So to begin with, as I said, prerequisites, I'm so sorry I didn't pay much importance to the slides, but I should have mentioned a slide where I should have kept a slide where it says the prerequisites are to install NCLI and the Intando. So yeah, please make sure that you have installed those. Now we're gonna go to this particular repository, and I'm gonna share this in here so that in case you're building it, you can use this. And I think that's delivered. I'm gonna take a small sip of water because I'm thirsty. Okay, so this is our template that's gonna work as our starting point today. So make sure that you have access to it, and if you are looking forward to begin with this, then make sure that you have clone this in your local machine. And once you've cloned it, then I have cloned it and I have renamed it as React Demo. So you can rename it as per your need, because sometimes, let's say you're trying to create multiple projects, and if you just keep cloning, and this name is going to create multiple copies. So it's better to rename it as per your need. So just rename it. So this particular repository is a template that consists of code that that not only consists of your micro frontend. So your micro frontend, the React app that you're gonna create, is gonna go inside UI slash widgets slash widgets directory. So it's gonna be inside of here. So this is the place where inside this directory is where you are going to create your React application. Please be clear with this. Go back to the root directory, and if you take a look at preparebundle.sh and preparemicrofrontends.sh, these are the two important shell files that is actually doing the work for you. So NCLI is doing the bundle. So when you create a React app and you're trying to put it to the Intando application composition platform, to the Intando component repository, you need an engine. So this works as your engine. So it is going to do it for you. I know I'm just giving examples, but I have a habit since childhood to, work with examples, because, you never forget it. So that's the reason. But where's the fuel? So fuel is your bundle descriptor. So bundle descriptor isn't something, I know the name sounds bigger, but again, I'm explaining everything with so much clarity because I'm not sure if you're a beginner or if you're advanced, but just to keep it clear, I'm just detailing everything I can. So if you go to bundle source, here is a descriptor.yaml file which stays at the root of your directory. Now, this consists of code, description, components, and widgets. So inside of widgets, this is a path you can see. So here, so we're gonna create table widget today. So if we name our React app as table widget, we're gonna write table widget here, and then we're gonna write the name of the descriptor.yaml file that goes inside of table widget app. I know it's confusing, I'll do it, but just explaining. So this descriptor file is going to link with the shell files. So this is like our fuel. Again, you go back, and as I said, that the descriptor file which is present inside of bundle source is going to point towards the descriptor file that will be present inside our React apps bundle folder. So we're going to create that after we have actually created our React app, not before that. So yeah, that's the general explanation of it. So now what you can do is just clone it and install it in your local machine and rename it. I just, one more side note, I just created this template last night only. I still need to explain lots of things in the README, so please forgive me if it doesn't look very clear. Yeah, so once you've gotten inside your local machine and you have cloned it, just rename it, and then after renaming it, I have opened it here in my VS Code. I hope it is visible. I'll just take a pause here and I'll just check questions, which I don't see any. Please feel free to ask questions if you have any. I'm here to answer your questions and help you. So here I have the same set of files and folders in here, so you can see them. I'm just gonna make the sound a bit lower because it's in my ears. Yeah. So here inside of UI, widgets, and widgets directory, I have already created a React app. So this is table-widget. So if you think like, oh, what this is a very simple React app. So what you can do to create this is you can go inside UI, widgets, widgets directory. So you can just type here. You can just open your terminal and you can just do this. And you can just do this. I know this is a new way of communicating and typing command line commands on the comments, but I think it's great. So you can do this, and then you can just type this command npx create new app and just do table widget. Oh yeah, you can do that. So if you do that, then this is what is going to get created exactly. I have done it from beforehand so that it can save some time, especially the installation time, because time is precious. So we're going to open this, and you can see we've got all the files that we normally have when we install a React application. Now, if you take a look at src, we have many files, but I have created a specific file called widget_element.js. Well, whatever I have done here is extremely crucial for your React app to be bundled. So make sure that if you are trying to create a micro frontend, you follow the exact same steps. It's very important. So I will come to this point later about why I have created this, but I have just told it so that you don't feel confused. Like even I have installed, you don't feel confused with the fact that even you have installed a React app, but you don't have widget element.js. So that's why I just clarified it. I will explain this later. Now, now the first thing that we're gonna do right after installing our React application is create a bundle folder. Okay, here we're gonna create a new descriptor file. So we're gonna, let's say our descriptor file is gonna be table descriptor.yaml. And we need an FTL file. So it's gonna be table.ftl. I'm just, keeping just normal names. You can keep your desired names. Here, whatever you're gonna write is going to be, whatever is present inside our bundled source is gonna, this descriptor file is gonna point towards this descriptor file. So now am I making it clear? It's like, think of the hierarchy. Someone from your ancestral family is trying to connect with the younger family. So like that, just connecting 2 points, 2 dots. So this descriptor with the descriptor that is in here. So here we need to add some stuff, but before that, we'll go to the descriptor that is present inside src, and we're gonna rename the React app folder name with its table widget. So we're gonna name table widget here, and we're gonna write down table descriptor.yaml. We're gonna save it. So you should try to change this, because whatever you change in here is going to show up in your Intando component repository. So you can just change this name here. So I'm gonna write table. No, it should actually be what? Intando React demo. I'm just doing this. So it's going to be a template for React widgets. Let's just do React widgets here and save it. Okay, so nothing to do else in here. Now let's say you've got more React applications, more micro frontends, and you can just type them in here, like another one here with their paths. So that's why this has been made. So now do you understand? It's like you're registering the descriptor file of your React application in the parent descriptor.yaml file. So now you go inside table descriptor. Here we're going to add a couple of code. So if you take a look at the README that is present inside of here, you can just simply copy this code and paste it in here, and just I'm going to change it, name it table widget. Sample table layout template. So titles, so code in YAML file means it's the what is the code for this bundle, and titles means what is the title you're giving to it. So EN stands for English, ID for Italian. I'm gonna keep both in English because I don't know Italian. I don't know Italian, so I'm gonna paste it in here, and this is going to be very, very important. So we are going to point our FTL file in here. Now, what is happening? So this descriptor.yaml file points to the table descriptor.yaml file, and table descriptor.yaml file points to the table.ftl file. This FTL file is going to contain something that is absolutely different from whatever we're doing, because that is this. So I'm gonna copy this again, and I'm gonna paste it in here. Yep. And I will change the name in here to table widget. this is the name of my application, so I'm going to change it in here. Just let me know if I'm going too fast or if anything is unclear. I would like to assist. So this is going to be table widget. Now, what happens here? Okay, let me explain. When you create a React application, you need to make sure that you build it. Build it using the command npm run build. So doing that, what happens when you build a React application? It generates scripts, JavaScript, and CSS. And of course, if you have media, that too gets inside of a folder called static/resources. That, I mean, this happens. So what happens is that particular JS files consists of many code that you cannot understand. Of course, if you start looking at it, you can. But it's like you know, combined code of whatever you have written. So that is what goes inside the build folder. Of course, if any one of you have a better definition of what goes into a build folder when you create a React application, please feel free to write it down in the comments. You and I am here to learn from you. So please do that. And that particular script needs to go inside of the FTO file that will be generated similar to this when we're trying to use the end CLI to bundle our React application, our React micro frontend. So that time what happens is whatever code we will be writing, the code for the table widget will go inside of this in the format of tags. So you'll see when I actually start using the end CLI to publish to build and to build the code, then you'll see a couple of tags coming in here. So just take a look at this and you'll see the change then. Even if I say it now, it won't be clear unless you see it for yourself. So yeah, okay, perfect. So we have done this part. So what are the things we did? So we went to the scripter.yaml file of bundle.src. We changed the path. We went to table widget. We created a folder called bundle. We created table descriptor.yaml and we changed everything, a little description, title, and code. And we went to table.ftl and pasted this code. Here all our scripts are going to be injected, scripts of the code that we're going to write for the table widget. And table widget is the name of our application, the React application, the React widget. So we're going to write it down in here. So if your widget name is something else, please make sure to write that down in here. That's all. Now, we're done with the bundle part. Now we're gonna go and start writing our code. So to do that, we're gonna go inside source and we're gonna go inside app.js when we have got lots of code in here. So we're gonna remove everything not needed. And for the table, we're gonna install React Bootstrap. So I'm gonna turn on my terminal and okay, so here we're gonna go. So make sure that you're inside the right directory, else it's gonna be problematic. Just checking if I have got any messages to check. None. Okay, so you need to go inside of cd UI, widgets. Am I writing it rightly? Yeah, widgets directory. Okay, you're inside of here. There is table widget. Okay, so now, oh, you need to go inside table widget too. Perfect. So just clear off everything and start installing React Bootstrap. We're gonna install version 5.3.1. Okay, so this is gonna. Interesting. I don't know why this is gonna come. Bootstrap. Everything is correct. Let me just check for a minute. Maybe I'm messing up with the command. Okay. Oh, I don't know what's happening. Is it because I'm inside table widget? Okay. Oh, I think I have the version is sorry. I'm so sorry. It's 5.1.3. So sorry. I just have this habit of messing up always, and it's so annoying. I was just wondering, like, okay, I've got a live today. I've got to do lots of practical stuff. What if my code doesn't work? And that's how the beginning is. Anyway, just joking. Okay, so we have installed Bootstrap in here. So now we're gonna import table from React Bootstrap / table. And we're also going to import Bootstrap dist. Yes, this Bootstrap. Dot CSS. Okay, that's all. And I will not sit and code everything. I will just copy the code so that we do not spend time here with the coding part. And I think that is going to be my code. Just to be sure, I just want to make sure that everything's appropriate. Table comes up cool, nice and clean. Let us see. Okay, perfect. So I think you can see the table popping up on my React application. So this means our table is working. So the app is ready. Perfect. So now that we have created we haven't still yet created the Micro Frontend. We have just written code and we can just see it. So now we need to, but yeah, actually we have created the Micro Frontend, but now we need to wrap this in a custom element. Tech2 as says sometimes it happens in a live session. Yeah, that is what happens. So normally when you're coding, you get no mistakes, but when you're live, something embarrassing is obvious to happen. So it's like it's gonna happen at 500%. So that's very annoying, but it's okay. That's live. Anyway, fun part away. So okay, so what I was talking about is now that we have written code, so we need to wrap our code inside a custom UI element. So your code, your code is supposed to go inside the intended component repository. It's supposed to go inside of that. The app builder needs to make sure that it can recognize the HTML tags, all the tags of your code. Else, even if you bundle it up and push it in the intended component repository and try to compose it in a page or use it in a page, this widget, it will just come blank. So we need to do that. To do that, you need to follow a couple of steps. And the first step is to create widget element.js. Now am I clear why I created this file and why I added this code? So if you want to learn more details about it, please feel free to go ahead and check out this link. This link contains all the information about how you can wrap your UI through a custom element, why it is important, and how you can do it. So that is what we have done here. And I just did it to save some time. So you can see the code is written in here, and you can see we have changed the name. So I have changed it to table widget because that's the name of my React application. So whatever your React application will be, you need to put that name in here, and you can see your rendering app here. So in case you're storing your micro frontend in some other file, so make sure that you attach that in here. But normally in a React application, everything goes to app.js. So even if you're writing code in a different file, please make sure to import it in your app.js in a tag, and then you don't need to change anything in here apart from just the name, and just keep the code intact. So this is very, very important, this step. After this, you need to make sure that this widget element.js is readable. So for that, first you need to go to index.js. In here, you need to import your widget element, and you can, of course, if your file consists any of the CSS that is present inside index.css, it's well and good. You can include it or you can remove it. That's up to you. And the last step is to go inside public index.html. Just scroll down, and come to the section where you have body tags. Here, you need to add table widget like this. With this step, you complete wrapping up your React application Micro Frontend in a custom element. With this, it ends. So this step is done. So once again, summarizing, so we created bundle source folder where we had a descriptor.yaml file. We linked that to the bundle folder of our table widget. So there we have another descriptor.yaml file. Then we link that to the FTL file that will contain all the source code, all of your once your application will start getting bundled in the format of tags. Then we wrote code, and then we wrapped it up inside a custom element. And then we initialized it in all these three places. I think 2 places, just in the index.html and index.javascript JS. Now we need to build our React app using npm run build. So I think we're inside our directory, UI widgets directory, table widgets. I'm gonna npm run build, and this is gonna take a moment. And I think Shivam is here and he claps. Thank you so much for being here. So and your application is now built now. So we have done so many steps. So don't forget any of these if you're actually trying to implement this, because if so, you're gonna fall in trouble. You'll see errors popping up. I still don't know if I have missed out something. I can have errors, but anyway. Okay, fine. So we have done this part too, and I think we are good to go. Oh, before that, one important thing before we actually start initializing our project to be ready to fly on the Intando NCLI, with the NCLI, we need to make it ready. But before that, I just want to share one thing. So what we're doing today is creating a new React app and working on that. But let's say you have an existing React application and you're trying to push that inside of UI/widgets directory, dir. Make sure that your package.json file consists of 2 keys essentially. One is start and the other is build. If you don't have these, then your NCLI won't be able to bundle your React micro frontend, because the shell files, the engine files that you see here, they're gonna link with these 2 keys of the script tags present inside your package.json. So this is pretty much important, so take a note of it so that you don't forget it. So yeah, that's all. Lots of coding done. Now we're gonna start working on initializing this project so that it can go inside your Intando component repository. So ECR is a place where you can push all these micro frontends, microservices that you create, and it is like a hub. It is a place which is present inside of the application composition platform. For now, the ECR is present, but normally it isn't. A hub is a completely different place, and your application composition platform is a different place. So it's like a marketplace, but you can't actually call it a marketplace. But yeah, anyway, just trying to explain. So now what you will do is just I'll just put everything up here. And okay, so I will just keep coming back, and oh, I'm in the right place. I just put all the backslashes correctly. So first things first, we are gonna copy the bundle source folder that you see to a separate folder called bundle, because that is the way you do it. Tech2S says, no problem, Sohini. I'll face any issues. We'll ping you on Twitter. Sure, sure. Please ping me on Twitter. I'm there. If you're having any issues, I'll be able to assist you with that. And also, if you have any more inquiries, you can email me too at s.patnaik@intando.com. You'll get the link once I complete the stream, so that's fine. So we just copied it, and we can see a bundle folder is created in here. So we're gonna again click in here, and we are going to initialize. Please provide the project name. It is going to be React Demo itself. Done. Now we're going to initialize it. The publication repository. So this place, you need to make sure that you have created a new repository where the bundle code is going to be pushed. So we're going to name this repository as React Demo. And let's just keep it empty. We're going to copy the link and we're going to paste it in here. My username is this, and what's my email? Okay, that's my email. Yep. Okay, so you can see lots of things has been pushed. Now, if I refresh this, I can see the two things are here, the descriptor.yaml and the git ignore. So right now, my code hasn't, the bundle hasn't been published. So now what we just spent some time to create our project directory. We just spent some time to initialize our project directory. But now we're gonna go and publish this bundle. So how to do that? I think the best way to do that is following 3 commands, and those are very easy. So the first command we're going to put in here is prj fe builds. So you can just do prj fe build if you have one particular micro frontend, but if you have got many micro frontends, then you can just do -a, this, okay? This is a very interesting part because now I'm going to show you magic. As promised. Oh, I didn't promise, but it's okay. I'm going to show you some magic. So I told you about the FTL file. If you remember, if you go inside, where did we have that? Oh, inside here. Here. So here you see it's empty, right? Now you'll see something in here. So when you go to bundle, you go to UI, and you can see a similar table.ftl file in here, like the one we created. So this got copied. Now if you go inside of this, can you see these 2 tags in here? You know what these are? So this is a script tag, which consists of our entire code, all the code that we have written. And the link is, for the CSS. You're just linking the style sheet in here. So this is the magic. So it was empty before, and now it's filled up. So this is what happens when you start bundling. So this is the phase when you are trying to publish your bundle, and before that, you're building your bundle. So now that you've built it, you have to make sure that you've pushed it. So I'm going to do that as prj fe pushed. So do you see the comments are the commands are having so much of consistency? So the first one is nprj fe -build, and then we have got nprj fe push. So that's it. So we're going to push it. You have to provide a version number in here. So I'm going to do v0.0.1. I'm going to do initial commit. And this is going to take... Oh, it's done. So now if you go back to your repository and reload it, you can see everything nice and clean in here. So if you go to table widget, you can see the to descriptor files. If you go back to your root directory, you can see resources/static. So this is something that gets created when you're building your React app with npm run build. So these are the files. So this is something that I told you that you won't be able to recognize your code because you need to spend some time with a magnifier. If you have a magnifier, you can use that. Okay, perfect. So now we're done with all the commands and all the coding part. Now we're gonna use this. We're gonna go to the Intando component repository. So this is how you go to your Intando component repository, and I can see we've got 8 viewers in here. So if you really feel that whatever is going on in here, it's interesting and it's helpful, then please do not forget to hit a like to this video. Please do not forget to share this with on your socials, share it with your friends, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And thank you so much for being here. So now we're gonna compose this. So we'll go and log in. We're gonna close this. And we're going to repository. Okay. So here. I think this is it. This is the one. We haven't deployed it. Silly me. So we're going to deploy it. So we just forgot the last command and prg deploy. So you know what? I'm so silly. So we just built it, we pushed it, but we didn't deploy it. And so it wasn't there. Now I'm going to refresh. And we'll be able to see it in here. I think. Guess what? Here it is. Intando React demo. So I'm going to install it. In here, it's installed. So this is the Intando component repository. It's like a GitHub. It's like a hub. So this is it. Now we're gonna go to dashboard, and at this point we have it installed. So we are gonna create a page. So this is our application composition platform, and we're just a minute away from creating a composable application. So now if you go to pages and go to management, I have actually many created pages. I have done a lot of them, but it's okay. You can create a page in here if you wish to. You can just add a page in here. That's totally up to you. But since I have already existing pages, I'm gonna just, click on one of them. I will click on edit. So normally if you create a new page, you can give it a title here. So I'm gonna give it a title React demo. Make sure that the what is this called? The titles in with asterisk is asterisk. Okay, sorry for that. Those are filled up. This is it, and the code is this. You can't override this one here, and you have the page placement correct, so it's inside my home page. That is perfect, and your owner group is free access. So I'm gonna select content page in here and select a template. Let's do this one. Okay, so you can select a template and save in design. So okay, so I'm gonna remove this widget. Okay, then here in this bar here, you can go to user, and here you can see sample table layout template. Okay, I'm gonna publish it, and now let's keep our fingers crossed and let's hope for the best so that we can see it live and there is no glitch. Absolutely. So I'm gonna go to view published page, and it's there. So this is your very first composable application, composable micro frontend, which you build on top of React, and this is the simple table. So we did it, yay. So I think, you know why I feel so happy when I actually accomplished this, because it involves lots of steps, but trust me, this has got benefits. Whatever future we have for composable applications are absolutely interesting, because this is an absolutely new way of building applications. It's going to change the way developers are building their applications today. So just imagine if a possibility like this page, you can see this particular page in here. Wouldn't it be great, like, if this is just something that you've created using React, and you have something in here, let's say a login component that's created on top of Vue.js, and then there's another component, which could be anything, let's say a search bar or a shopping cart component, which is built on top of Angular or something else, or Next.js. So that is how I look at it. If this can be possible, I mean, it is great, because normally when we're building an application, it's just one particular tech stack. Like, it's hard to keep two front end frameworks in a particular application, but this platform gives you the ability to do that. Plus, whatever you're building is absolutely reusable. You can use this again in another application. You don't have to write the same code again and again. It's once it's done, it's absolutely usable. So I think I've got some comments in here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the comments, compliments, and claps. I think Skisha asks, can you show, let's say, 2 different microphone components? Yes, of course. That's my topic too. I'm planning to do that either next week or next to next week, whenever I'll come live again, or maybe with Anthony we can do that with another microservice. So possibilities are great. But you say like a header microphone and body microphone and a footer microphone, and yes, of course we can do that. Everything is possible, and that is too possible. But of course, today's stream had this topic. I'm gonna come back with this idea soon, in another stream. But yeah, so just to summarize, we did lots of things today. So we created a micro frontend in React, and that is a table widget. We published it, we initialized it, we published it, and built it and deployed it to ECR, and then created a simple page and used it. So right now we are done. So it was very much interesting to be here and help you learn. And thank you so much to all my viewers for being around and here supporting me. If you have any questions, comments, or anything, please feel free to use the comment section, also the live chat. And I am available on Twitter. That's my ID, that's my LinkedIn, and that's my email. If you need anything to share, or thoughts or ideas, then do come. And also, please join Mod Squad. That is our community. I think there's a link on the description of this YouTube video. Please take a look at the link if you want to join our Discord community, because we are available there too if you have anything to share or ideas. And I guess, yeah, that's all. Thank you, Take2is. I'm so happy that I could help you all learn something new today. Makes me happy too. That's a win for me. So thank you so much for being here. Looking forward to seeing you people again in the upcoming streams. Please be in touch, be around, and have fun. And I will stop sharing my screen. I will just bring the screen up here so that, okay, perfect. So yeah, so thank you so much once again for being here today, and I will see you soon in my next live. Alrighty then. See you all. Bye bye.